Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into why clear architectural specifications aren't just an optional add-on. They're literally the foundation of any successful commercial wall graphic project. When we're operating at an architectural scale, think massive hospitals, universities, or corporate headquarters, we absolutely need expert-level precision right from the start to prevent some seriously costly headaches down the road. The framework we're exploring today establishes an unquestionable expert standard for procurement, one where detailed, honest specs eliminate project risks from day one.
Okay, let's jump right into this structured masterclass. We'll be unpacking the traditional wall graphics trap, introducing the direct-to-wall framework, examining image quality and substrates, looking at installation and durability, and finally, mapping out the true costs and our exact implementation blueprint. So, starting off with part one, the traditional wall graphics trap. Industry experts keep pointing out a glaring issue that traditional specs usually just gloss right over: real-world failure. For decades, vinyl wall coverings in wallpaper have been the default, right? So naturally, procurement habits are completely built around them. But here's the harsh reality. Vinyl wraps typically peel at the seams after just 18 to 24 months. Organizations end up just accepting these peeling corners, the off-gassing adhesives, and all that bubbling in humid areas, mostly because they haven't been introduced to a genuinely better, expert-level standard. And this highlights a massive paradigm shift. Think about it. Traditional vinyl specs basically assume a temporary lifespan. They rely on adhesives that are inevitably going to age, lose their grip, and eventually force a highly disruptive, messy replacement process. On the flip side, the direct-to-the-wall approach delivers permanent architectural durability. There are no adhesives to fail, and the integration is completely seam-free. If you try to specify this advanced technology using old, temporary vinyl language, you're missing the value entirely. We're talking about a permanent graphic that literally becomes part of the wall itself. Which brings us to part two, the direct-to-wall framework. Expert direct-to-wall printing doesn't rely on crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. It relies on 5 core specification areas that completely organize the chaos. We rigorously specify design requirements, locking in high-resolution files weeks in advance. We mandate crystal-clear substrate preparation guidelines, define the exact parameters for zero-disruption installation, establish strict performance metrics, and clearly outline warranty and maintenance protocols. By controlling these 5 pillars, we completely eliminate the guesswork from any commercial project.
Moving on to part 3, image quality and substrates.
The absolutely crucial point here is precision. High-resolution imagery at an architectural scale requires a minimum of 300 dots per inch at the final installed size. Just to put that into perspective, a 20-foot wide mural demands a digital file that's approximately 7,200 pixels wide. Anything less than that, and you're going to see visible pixelation. As experts, we also enforce strict ICC color profiling that's calibrated specifically to your facility's lighting, whether you've got daylight, artificial, or a mix of both. This level of exactness is exactly what separates amateur installations from true photorealistic architectural standards. Now, that crazy high resolution only matters if the canvas is right. Direct-to-wall printing works beautifully on most interior surfaces, but the actual chemistry of how ink interacts with those surfaces changes drastically. For example, standard drywall just needs to be smooth and primed white. Easy enough. But porous surfaces, like CMU and concrete, those require specialized sealers to prevent uneven ink absorption, which adds about 24 hours to the timeline. And brick needs heavy priming if you want to achieve a photorealistic image. This is exactly why expert on-site substrate assessments are non-negotiable for us. Evaluating these conditions beforehand guarantees a flawless visual quality at the end. Let's head into part 4, installation and unmatched durability. Speed and ultra-low disruption are massive value propositions for this tech. A specialized crew can print between 800 and 1,200 square feet per standard 8-hour workday. And because these industrial-grade inks cure in just 4 to 6 hours under controlled conditions, you're looking at full occupancy permitted in just 24 hours. So for busy healthcare facilities or retail stores, we can do an evening installation and your daytime operations resume immediately the next day. It's like the crew was never even there. And once it's up, the performance is simply unmatched. Unlike your traditional wallpaper, we use specialized protective top coats that make the surface completely scrubbable and incredibly resilient. It withstands light scratching and wheeled traffic in those busy corridors, and it resists water and standard commercial disinfectants, which is absolutely vital for patient care areas. Plus, you get zero fading under UV or fluorescent lighting, all while generating zero graphic waste using low VOC materials. It easily commands a 5-year commercial warranty simply because it outperforms traditional vinyl across the board in high-traffic environments. All right, part 5, the true cost comparison. $60,000 to $120,000. Let that number sink in for a second. This staggering figure is the cumulative 10-year replacement cost for a typical 2,000 square foot vinyl mural. Why is it so high? Because, as we established earlier, traditional vinyl fails every 2 years. You aren't just paying for the material once, you're paying to rip down peeling vinyl, prep the damaged wall, buy new material, and install the whole shebang all over again repeatedly over a decade. The lifecycle comparison makes the choice incredibly clear. Traditional vinyl lasts maybe 1.5 to 2 years. Direct-to-wall printing lasts 7 to 10 years in typical commercial conditions with virtually no major maintenance. Investing in a permanent architectural solution up front doesn't just save you on replacement materials, it completely wipes out the $500 to $2,000 daily operational disruption costs of shutting down a facility every time that temporary vinyl fails. It really is just the smarter, expert architectural investment. Finally, part 6, the implementation blueprint. Delivering these kinds of exceptional results requires a rigorous, battle-tested process. Step 1 is specification development and RFP response, locking in all the parameters. Step 2 is that crucial on-site substrate assessment, ensuring zero environmental surprises. Step 3 covers design finalization and color proofing, which includes physical samples for sign-off. Step 4 is the prep, print, and installation, executed seamlessly in a single session. And finally, Step 5 is quality verification and handoff. Managing a project through this precise, repeatable sequence eliminates change orders and protects your timelines from the very start to the final site walk. I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. Take a look at your current projects. Are you still specifying temporary vinyl for permanent architectural spaces? The insights we've covered today really challenge those old procurement habits. It might just be time to stop accepting the hidden costs and the massive disruptions of traditional materials, and instead partner with experts to embrace the direct-to-wall standard, a technology genuinely designed to last. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I hope this empowers you to completely elevate your next architectural project.